Ladies and gentlemen, the long awaited, highly anticipated conversation with the man. And I'm going to try to. I haven't collected my thoughts for a long time, Jack, so I'm going to see if I can say this. The head girls soccer coach for Virtuous
Veritas.
Veritas. Oh, I practice in the shower. Veritas Christian Academy, ladies and gentlemen. And you come from the way of down there with the girls back in the day with Fort Zumwalt West. But I have to tell you, Jack, anybody that sees you knows that you're a soccer coach. I mean, you have that whole presence about uh, your soccer team. Congratulations to you. And
Um,
just by that, Jack, you're well certified. You're well certified, Coach Baldwin. And I have to applaud whatever you did or whatever you don't do. That number 8 is one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, she's like our Energizer bunny. She's like
Yeah, yeah,
she just keeps going, and she's only a freshman too.
yeah, man. I
Yeah,
mean to tell you, just a natural relationship with the ball. And if you're like me, you go around with this Tom Byer who said soccer begins at home. I mean, she's not worthy of. She knows what to do with that ball, and
uh,
and has the nice relaxing touch.
well, I think her father's real involved with her and her sister. Her sister was Noelle, who played in goal as the backup, and so their dad's been with
I
them and coaching them and working with them and encourage them and stuff, along with mom. This whole time. So I don't take credit for what either one of them do on the field.
right.
Side note, they both run track
Oh
for uh,
wow,
for, for Veritas, and they got a track meet today. But
wow.
when they first meet, they were running on the JV team, and Natalie, the little one, number 8, almost broke the school record for the 400. So coach moved her up to the varsity because he says, "Well, you're too fast to be down here." And then her sister Noelle almost broke the school records for the long jump and the triple jump on the JV. So he moved her up, So good athletes.
Yes, and my hats off to the both of them. Number 8 just is totally different than it. If you just sit at home and not go out, these girls' soccer teams are just every one of them has a jewel, and my gosh, that number 8 is just spectacular. And her sister came in. I have to ask, how's the goalkeeper? Did she break a finger, a thumb, or a finger? Or...
Well, they thought that she had broken her thumb, and that's what the trainer said. And then Dad took her to the hospital. They did an X-ray. No broken fingers, but she had her thumbnail ripped out. So I don't think she'll be in goal for a while.
I mean, my God. Okay, I lost a toenail, but I never lost a thumbnail. Holy cow!
Well, that hurts a lot. So
Yeah, there you go. Well, she was a real go getter, and and then, like you said, she was only 14 years old, a freshman also,
yep,
and then but number 8 sister Noelle, correct?
correct.
Yeah, it was really a game for her to go in there with that. She already knew that she was the sub goalkeeper if anything happens, or
Yep.
okay, because she had the different jersey and the gloves when she went in, and there was a couple where she thought she should have stopped, but you know your one of your fullbacks went back to her and said, "Hey, you're," it seemed that you know take it easy. It's okay. And I was really, under full disclosure, you got, mercy rule, but you came, went up against Oakville High School. That's, but where you have the class and style of your team, I was very impressed, Jack.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and once again, does it have anything to do with you or the school mission statement?
I don't know. All I know is I took over last year for the program. I got a text message, I guess the fall of 23, around Thanksgiving from the principal. He used to be my principal at West High, Zumwalt West. And he said, I'm looking for a girls soccer coach. And I said, well, good for you. I jumped in at that. And then he says, well, I was thinking of you. And I'm going like, I'm an old man. I said, I'll be 72 if I come in there to do this. And I said, I can't, my body doesn't do what it used to do. He says, oh, but you still know the game and you can think, you got the brain for it. And I said, well, let me meet the girls, let the girls meet me, because maybe they don't want me because I'm an old, grumpy man.
Yeah, right.
And so we had a couple of meetings and stuff where the girls got to ask me questions and things, and I answered them. And so the girls gave me their blessing, and then I got hired on as the girls' coach last year. But they'd only won 3 games in like the last 2 years before I took over. Last year we won 6, and got to the semifinals and districts and stuff. So we're going in the right direction and stuff. But
Yeah.
got a really good freshman class this year. I mean, I got 8 freshmen. One's a rookie. She's never played before. She works hard. And then the others are very talented.
Yes. And could you give us what class and district you're in?
Class 1, we're in District 2.
Nice. Well, we're going to be following you because I tell you, Virtuoso. Did I get it?
Veritas.
Veritas. I tell you, man. You if you know me, you know that I'm doing better.
Yeah.
But the story goes is that Jack, I can't imagine anybody calling you grumpy. I mean, your smile and you know jolly good self is close to half a mile. It goes that far.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything with the Baldwin brothers? Are you in relation? A couple cousins?
No, no, I wish. I got 2 boys, though, that have coached in high school. That one's still assistant coach at Zumwalt North, and the other one runs the Missouri Rush program now and stuff.
Oh
So
man,
Sean and Chad.
yeah, you got to be proud of that. Nice
Oh,
going.
yeah.
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 So, how about you? When you laced up the boots, I guess you're 72. You might have just had the brown leather with the toe.
Well, I grew up playing football, American
Oh,
football.
okay.
So, and I played football in college, and and then I got out of college. I joined the army. For 3 years, I was a combat medic. I was with the 187th Paratroop Group, and and then when I got done with doing my service, I came back and I finished up my college studies and everything, and then I started playing rugby. Now, rugby is a sport where you don't wear anything, other than your
Yeah.
cleats, But no, I started playing soccer when I started coaching my oldest son when he was real little, and I got on the men's league, and they said, well, we need a goalkeeper. Nobody wanted to play goal. I said, well, I'll play it. And then I said, but I play like a middle linebacker, you know. And they said, well, that's all right. So first game we were playing in, I took one of the guys out that had a breakaway, and he came into the box. I came off my line and took him out, and he tore his knee up, and he was done.
Oh
So,
boy.
you know, so I tried to tell my keepers, I said, I want you to be aggressive, and I said, I don't want you to sit back on the line and wait for something to happen. I want you to make it happen. If you get
That's
beat, you get beat, but
yeah.
more times than not, if you hold the line, you're going to get beat more often than you're going to make the save.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Being aggressive, that the whole story of making something happen, because you know what's going to happen. So make it happen for you.
yeah, yeah, make it happen. Make the shooter shoot sooner than she wants to.
Yeah.
And so I always believe in like taking it to them instead of letting them bring it to you. The odds
Yes.
are more in your favor if you get aggressive with it. So
Yeah. Well done. And it shows on the pitch is that you have that team that really wants to do something. They're proactive, and you see that. So hats off to you. Now, did you have anything to do with the uniforms or anything?
those are old uniforms that I inherited. We got new ones that haven't been sent to the school yet, so they're on back order. So we
Nice.
hopefully we'll get them before districts. We'll have maybe for senior night, and so that'll
Oh,
be special.
oh yeah, they will be. Yeah. Now, how about it, Jack? Have you gotten the calendar, or do you have a game at prom or after day after prom or anything? Ring day, anything?
We had prom after a game, so luckily it didn't precede it. Other than when girls needed to leave early to go for their appointments for dress fittings or
Yeah,
hairstylists or nails or whatever they do.
right on. It's a
So,
big thing. Being a girls' coach, you always have to figure that in.
oh yeah, you got when you coach at a private school, a Christian private school, you got to figure a lot of other things into the equation too, in terms of how they do things and stuff, and the things that the kids make commitments to in terms of mission trips and activities that they get involved in the community and stuff. So, I have to be able to juggle things and not take things so, I guess, personal and
Yeah,
just kind of ride with it.
yeah. You got to follow the mission statement.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful, man. So this way about making it happen, because that's the theme. I think this do the girls they got a little bit of a feel from last season, and they understand that they can do it again. They can repeat and do it even better. Are they
Yeah, I
all
believe that.
excited?
Yeah, I believe that they, have that carryover from last year. I think they're a little frustrated because we have a lot of injuries. If you noticed in the second half, we told the girl just to stop and take a knee and put her hand up. And that was Greer Vickers, one of our freshmen, and she's got a strained hamstring. And we had kept her on the bench all last week. And we had 3 games in. And she said she was ready to go today or yesterday. And I kept an eye on her. And then my assistant coach, Richard, said, "Hey, we need to get her off." And I said, "Yep." So we were screaming at the ref to. We had an injury, but the girl, Greer was just looking around, going like, "Who's injured?" And we're looking at her, going, "Greer, take a knee. You're done."
Yeah, well said. Yeah, yeah. That's good coaching there, man. Because you know, how about the conference? What conference would that be?
We're not in a conference. We're independent this year. Last year, I forgot what conference we were in. I think we finished third last year in conference.
Okay.
You
Well,
know.
how about the new school district? How did you all come about? How long has it been around?
Oh, they've been around since I guess late '90s,
Oh,
maybe
forget about it. I'm sorry.
when they opened up.
I'm sorry.
So,
When I heard when I saw the school in the, the scores, with at the STL today, they had
yeah,
it. Is that wow? This must be a new school in
well,
Wentzville.
it's new because they changed the name from you know Christian High School to Veritas Christian Academy. So I guess technically, in a way, it's a brand new school because they changed the name of the school. But the school's been around because back in 2018, they did win a Class One state championship.
Okay, baby. All right then. Thanks a lot, Jack. All right, we got that solved. Okay. So here you go. You know, I've seen enough games to know you got something going over there special. There's something special brewing over there, man. I'm looking forward to finding out about you. And then obviously, so you know that I know that you know when you win the state championship, I'm going to get that uh, interview with that number 8.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what usually happens here, Jack, is that I reach out and I say, "Hey, Jack, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for. What do you got?"
What do I got? I think the big thing that I do as a coach is that I always try to catch the girls doing it the right way, and I make a big deal about it. And when they're not doing it the right way, I just call them off to the side or bring them off the field, off the game, and just sit down with them and ask them what they wanted to have happen. Then they kind of think about it. And they go, "This is what I wanted to have happen." And I go, "What can you do to make that happen?" And then they tell me, and then I said, "Go out there and do it now," and then they go out and they would implement what they wanted to do to begin with, but they got it wrong the first time. So catch it when it's right, make a big deal about it. Don't beat them up when they make it wrong, because life's about mistakes. In games, we make mistakes, and it's not what the mistake's about. It's what you do after the mistake. Do you put your hands on your knees and put your head down, or do you keep battling and work your way back and support your teammates who stepped up for you? So,
Wow, man. Wow, Jack. I mean, so you were. This is full disclosure. I was at a seminar from a coach from Barcelona in Spain that TiVo Total Football is that Todd Bean. It's almost word for word what you were saying.
uh,
Yeah,
we must have read the same books
yeah, yeah.
and been to the same soccer schools, because I've been to a lot of soccer uh, trainings and stuff with, like Pat McBride from the old St. Louis
Oh
Stars and stuff,
yeah, man.
and all those guys and some of the national team coaches, yeah, I learned a lot,
Yes,
you
you
know,
did. You
so.
you learned your lessons well, man. You're right. This state of the art. I gotta ask you, man. What middle linebacker? Where'd you play football?
Well, I played at Southeast Missouri State, and I was a tight end, so I wasn't a middle
Oh,
linebacker,
okay.
but as a tight end, I played. I always told my quarterback, I said, I'll take the ball across the middle so I can find a linebacker to hit. You know, so
Well, Jack. On that note, you just got in the Wales Certified Hall of Fame, man. Way to go,
well,
Coach. Way to go, man. So I want to thank you again, and I can't wait. Please applaud the school for me, the administrators, your coach, your assistant, all the girls, all the players, the parents, the whole 9 yards. It was you only have one time to make a first impression,
yeah,
and you all were flying colors yesterday, and you were off the charts, man. You're like a diamond in the rough, Coach. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, you know your business.
My wife would agree with you about the rough part, the diamond in the rough. So, yeah.
All right, man. I tell you, the soccer wives and mothers, holy cow! There's a special place in heaven for them.
Yep, there are.
All right,
So,
that. So, without further ado, you've been Wales certified, and you know it's not so hard to be Wales certified when you really are able to, when you really want to. It's just the universe brought you to Wales certified to applaud you, man.
well, I appreciate it. And I'm not, what, number 300 now?
Yeah, baby, nice going, nice going. I don't have the exact number, but I'll guarantee I'm going to look, and if you are, you got a special prize in the Wales Certified Hall of Fame. You'll have a special recognition.
Well, I appreciate that.
All
So,
right, man. Thanks a lot for everything.
well, thank you for all you do to support high school soccer. Boys and girls and stuff, and being a voice for it, and always being an advocate for the sport and for the players and the coaches. So appreciate it.
Jeez, man. I'm guarantee you, we might. Wow. That's. I mean, I'm gonna have to have my guests talk to you first, man. You say all the right things. Way to go.
Well, I used to be a crisis counselor at a high school, so I know how to read people and read my players and stuff. So I did that for like 40 years. So,
Wow, man. Wow. Well, you learned your lessons well, Jack. I mean, congratulations to you, man.
well,
So,
thank you, sir.
all right now, the best. So long, Jack.
All right, bye.
Bye.